Hey, we're back with more EDF 4.1. Let's go kill some giant bugs in one of the most campy games I've ever played.
Deploying.
They should make movies out of EDF. Definitely have the eye for and ear for this brand of silly. It's high camp too, which I like. Are we lagging out? Should I reform the room? Is this part of the EDF 4.1 experience? Son of a bitch!
This is the lobby.
I'll reopen it.
You can join rooms with other players. Create room.
This is off, so we're not hearing doubled voices. Okay, it should be reopened. I think that if you're gonna be dumb, I think you want to like really be all in on the camp. Like, I get frustrated when things are a mix of camp and serious, and it's not handled very well. So like Independence Day is like that, you know. Simultaneously wants to and doesn't want to be taken seriously. Gotta start singing immediately, right?
From vicious giant insects who have once again come back. We'll unleash all our forces, we will cut them any slack.
They are highly trained and are the ones best suited for the task.
Thank you.
If we don't break the shield screen, mankind will lose. Let's go!
Incredible.
Yeah! We trained for this. With our equipment, we can go through the shield screen.
Sharon tactical bomber will arrive momentarily.
I wish I could know what the voice direction was for this game. I feel like they had to have told them to like go watch 80s anime and try to recreate that, right?
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that?
I'm positive that the Ravagers are hoping to spread the giant insects and let them evolve. Their desire appears to be stronger than we thought.
I laugh about this literally every time we play it, but it's so funny to me that they decided to localize it just as giant insects. Instead of like coming up with a new name for them. The giant insects. Something that sounds kind of weird in English. All the classes you took to add subtext to your vocal performance. Forget all of it. Exactly.
Be careful. When you attack it, it can block your shot, and you may be killed.
It can block your shot, and you may be killed. I'm excited to see more of the games in this series at some point, too. I'm sure that they've got places to go with it, right? Killed. Of all the giant bugs, I think they look like they're just upscaled real-world bug models. I think we talked about what, like, serious Sam shenanigans are going on to have all these enemies be on the screen all the time. It might be that they're all just fairly low poly.
Our soldiers
Navy launches ships.
There we go.
Jets.
Doing it in combat.
And nothing can withstand our fixed bayonets. The EDF deploys.
Hell yeah. Burner's got a cool neck thing. Oh, fire ants?
Destroy the shield transmitters.
Surprised we made it this far without having fire ants. At least I haven't noticed them before. Pallet swamp ants.
Sharon tactical bomber will arrive momentarily.
Me and Ramadan are singing.
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack, from vicious giant insects who have once
Fire
come
ants.
back.
It's one of my favorite jokes in one of the late Comedy Central season Futuramas.
Close combat is
It's a running joke with these robots that are like, someone said fire, and then they shoot each other. Someone said shoot, and then the third joke is someone's like, I don't see how it serves. Someone said howitzer. Hey, new guns. I guess I'll look through them here. Right, I have to use the analog stick only for menus. I cannot use the D-pad, comically. Alright, bound
Choose
gun.
loadout.
And then for whatever reason, this game runs at a flawless 60 frames per second, no matter what enemies you're up against, but it can't handle being in a menu. It drops it to like 8 FPS for some reason. Multi-barreled rocket launcher. Buffalo G2 is a shotgun. Seems cool.
Choose loadout.
Let me try that
Rangers can equip 2
volcano.
weapons.
How do I know there are certain weapons that only have a limited number of shots for the entire mission? Where does it say that that's the case? Capacity? No, capacity is in the clip or whatever, right? If it doesn't have a reload? Okay. Reload time, got it. Change color, I never messed with this. Oh, I must have a long time ago, never mind. Custom colors. Ooh. Let's be all full blueberry here, please. I love that this is the way I have to do it. Oh no, I didn't confirm it! Fuck it, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
Deploying.
Try this new volcano rocket launcher I just got and this new shotgun. I think I've had a lower level version of the shotgun before.
This is the transportation team. A depth crawler is on its way.
No dropped frames on my end. Anyone else having issues?
Bring it on! Let's clean up this garbage, understood?
Yes, sir! Shut down!
Taking Starbucks. Can't allow that. Long reload on the shotgun. Yikes.
There's a good dinner one. Who's the lines?
There's a good dinner. What was he gonna say?
Giant insects don't really make noise when they move. We're gonna make them harder to spot.
Yeah, they could be right behind us. Just turn your head to light the way. Don't be afraid of the dark.
This game's too much.
Yes, sir!
Our forces have now dwindled and we pull back to regroup.
Don't forget that our friends are here.
The enemy has multiplied and formed a massive group. We better beat these bugs before we're all turned to soup.
Whoa! Oops. Okay, careful with the rocket launcher. You're really far away before you launch this thing, apparently. This thing reloads like almost immediately. Jeez. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Burners on the ceiling. This game must have been a blast to put together and to localize. It's an interesting idea that, like, the localization for some work having a reputation for being a specific kind of bad feels like something that just can't necessarily translate, right? Like, old Speed Racer style anime has a certain style to it that everybody from all cultures can recognize, but it was also localized into English in a particularly bad way that's kind of funny and recognizable. Like, I wonder if the Japanese version of this game, like, what else does it do to achieve high camp, right? Here you just basically tell your voice actors, like, pretend like this is, you know, Sailor Moon or Speed Racer or something. I think Tomato did a couple articles about, like, what are English to Japanese localization memes comparable to things like, you know, Spoony Bard, This Guy Are Sick. In a way, this is both the best and worst possible cave to have this rocket launcher. Let me switch back to this. I need to turn off this because the reload is just too long for it to be useful. Yeah, if you have the link, I remember reading about it. I don't remember any of the examples from it, though. Insert coin.
This is Ranger 7. The enemy is ahead. There's no way we can overcome them on our own. Send backup.
HQ to Storm Team. Ranger 7 is ahead of you. Join them. Ranger 7, Storm Team is headed your way.
Ranger 7, Roger. Keep shooting.
It's interesting to me that, like, for the most part, you know, cultural barriers aren't enough to make... Humans are humans, right? Like, everyone's gonna play this game and be like, this is really campy and silly, no matter how you localize it. Just, like, the reality of what you're doing is shooting these big bugs. But it's neat to think about certain localization quirks that are only really experienced in one direction and not the other.
Already told us.
That time, there was a hero that saved us.
A hero?
Yeah, a hero that destroyed the motherships.
What hero? That story's just been
Yeah, I switched off the rocket launcher. The room was too difficult to navigate through. Like, every language pairing that you can come up with there's probably like weird accent quirks. Like a Japanese person speaking German has different accent quirks than a Japanese person speaking English. Or an English person with all kinds of different accents, right? Like, it's cool with me. Oh, they're just singing on their own now, even better.
Fencer team here. We're in combat. Requesting backup.
HQ to Storm Team. There's a team in battle. Go back them up.
In place metal currency.
Expedition to Earth, attacked by natives.
My armor's cracked. I've been hit. I've been shot.
Whoever kills the most buys
Oh, the shotguns also have friendly fire? I thought it was just explosives.
Don't forget to train it. Exterminate him.
Alright, my bad.
My armor's cracked.
Dare you kill my men?
Dicer. There are two men.
A big shot.
Commander, I will protect you, sir.
We took care of one.
Commander, what should we do?
I guess maybe it's just most likely that you'll accidentally friendly fire with the explosives. My bad.
Making promises like, after this fight is over, I'm getting married. We'll land you in a grave.
He's damn right.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna be
I love how everyone dealt with the issue of me doing friendly fire by just letting me be in the front.
This is a fencer unit. Arrived at combat area.
I love my rocket launcher has like a 4 times faster reload than my shotgun.
each other's backs. Yes. What the?
Looks like it.
I hear something.
I hear something.
This is a war situation report. A new giant insect nest was discovered in South America. The EDF executed a surprise attack operation. They were successful in destroying the nest. However, the fight was brutal and there were many casualties.
The enemy is coming.
Okay, thanks.
Sir!
However, the fight was brutal and there were many casualties.
Protecting the world. May as well protect you too. Make no mistake. Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah, hey, fire ants.
Yes, sir. Here's tomorrow's Good Morning Space. Expedition to
I want a flamethrower, that'd be great.
Carrying a depth crawler will be arriving in the combat zone soon. Wing diver team, commence operation.
Wing divers. Whoa, I'm getting eaten alive. Stop it, dude. Thank you. Appreciate that. That was the first time I've been bit by one of them. All the friendly fire, exactly.
That's right. If I die.
Commander, somebody take over.
The enemy's over there.
Loading my ammo.
I'm out of ammo.
I'm busy protecting the world. So may as well
Hello.
we're the only ones who can fight in close combat.
We are the only ones who can fight in close combat.
Close combat is usually. We still have fight left.
You're gonna feed me well.
I love how they have like 20 soldiers all throwing out lines at the same time. It's like the chatter system in FF7 Remake.
Stay sharp.
Exterminate it. You did it.
Perfect timing. Stinger level 4, Firecracker level 1. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's a weapon called a Stinger and a weapon called a Stringer, and those are different things. Okay.
Choose loadout.
8 frames per
Rangers can
second.
equip 2 weapons.
Stringer, long-range sniper rifle. Zoomed scope. Pierce any enemy, inflict damage on any target within line of fire. Must be reloaded after every shot. 5-second reload time. Oof. Firecracker. These fireworks have been modified for combat. Spread. The official military designation is spread grenade. Okay. I'll try that. Why not?
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Struggle with the game window in general. Like, it seems to want to capture the cursor inside of it, for example.
Choose loadout.
Let me switch this
Rangers can
back
equip 2
to
weapons.
a more regular weapon here, if possible. The fusion blaster has lots of shots, but it can't reload. Okay.
Deploying.
Choosing the proper utensils.
It's a mortar-like cave. If we were attacked here,
This is the transportation team. A depth crawler is on its way.
Loading now. Settle down. Where are we going? Stay We need a commander.
Search for an escape! Impossible! The enemy is above us!
Impossible.
I'm ready for battle. Enemies? We need a commander. Start wing.
I'll kill you!
Fireworks.
Raising generator output.
I'll annihilate the enemy.
Let's SHQ!
We stay here.
Behind you!
Let's fly.
Please command.
Reloading! Back yes, sir!
I think the damage on this is actually kind of terrible. Probably should have kept my other gun, but I'd try it though.
I have fight.
Which way's the enemy?
I'll win this battle.
I'm under your command.
This area's ours.
Bring a salad fork. The way this game is set up, it wouldn't shock me if that was a weapon.
Loading up.
Impact confirmed.
Are there
Enemies
more?
here.
This
Yes,
army's
sir.
huge. The retreat route is blocked. Too many.
I'll kill you! Ending!
Generator, start cooling.
It's never ending.
Get him!
I wish this game had damage numbers. That would help me a lot.
We'll be arriving at the combat zone soon.
Ranger 15. Send rescue units.
You knew it was just an option, right?
Those expectations. It's not a big deal. Keep shooting. What's going on? Did you learn your lesson? Reloading. It's ED. I'm loading my ammo. Where do we go? What you got?
Fire. Yes, sir. Converter damage.
Later. Don't push it.
Kill that one.
This is like recharge instantly. Well, they're basically just grenades. I don't know why they called them fireworks.
Generator, reduce output.
Climb that hill. We're gonna escape.
An enemy.
I hear something.
Yeah, just gotta eat them afterward. No problem.
Transportation team. Carrying a depth crawler.
It's over. We can't die. Fire at will. Yes, sir. It's too fast for its size.
It'd be great if I had a really good gun up here. Unfortunately, I do not.
Of course. Where's the enemy? Flaggers right out. I'm loading now. Loading up. You learned a lesson? Hurry up. Leave it to me. There are too many. Oh, it's never.
Enemy is everywhere.
Damn it, I'm out of ammo. I'll think about it tomorrow. Reloading now. Loading now. Shoot what you got. I got you.
Anything's protein, right?
Yes, sir. Reducing output.
Reloading now.
I've had grasshoppers before. They're actually pretty good. I mean, it's just like anything else. You put butter on it, it's gonna taste good.
Generator, reduce output.
I'll kill you.
Cooling.
Converter.
Reduce output.
Out of ammo. We got one.
Roger.
It's too fast for its eyes. Reloading.
Whoa! Oh, okay.
I'm loading now. I can still fight. The commander is hurt. Man down. Where's the leader?
Yeah.
I'm under your Give me order.
Fry something, it's probably gonna be good. Dip it in butter, it's probably gonna be good.
Enemies approaching.
I feel like I'm going crazy. Enemy approaching!
I'm out of ammo. I can't fight anymore.
All systems check. I'm ready to go.
I have fight left in me.
Probably need to head up top one more time.
I'll shoot you dead.
This is headquarters. Abort operation. All units retreat.
I mean, we'd like to. Okay, that's the end. It's an interesting stage. Oh, I forgot to yell something. Yell about EDF at the end. Hey, there's a flamethrower. The mission has changed to giant robots. Alright, I'll try not to set all of you guys on fire. Thanks for your patience with me.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2
Make a
weapons.
good faith effort not to set everyone on fire. Does have a reload time, okay. Let me
Choose
try a
loadout.
different one of
Rangers can equip
these.
2 weapons.
Yeah. Andrea really likes lobster. I'm fine if you dip it in a shitload of butter. The Good Place had a pretty funny joke about was it clam chowder? It's like bug milk. I like clam chowder, but hey, look how fast this gunfire is. Look at all those shell casings flying out of this side of it. It's great.
Force the enemy back.
Who's the highest rank here? Who's the highest rank here?
I feel like the gun would like melt through my hand if it was firing that fast, right?
I'm under your command. Someone take command. Hurry up and shoot. Leave it to me.
Don't forget the whale is in the sky above you.
Fucking Hectors. Oh, well, sorry. Wait, no, that wasn't me. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Thought it was. I'll come try to res you, Mega Man. I have a depth perception problem.
Bring it on. It's nothing. I'll smash you. Are you okay?
Which one's the vehicle rescue button?
Enemy nearby.
There we go.
Check the right. I messed up. You okay?
Hectors are rough, just in general. I love that they, like, their animations don't scale to their size, so, like, you hit them and they, like, flinch super fast. At least they move slowly, right? You see the gun flinching all quickly there?
This is Ranger 29. The commander was killed in action. We can't fight by ourselves.
Strategic Command HQ to Storm Team. Join Ranger 29 and continue battle.
I'm about to have a bad day. Yeah, I'm out.
There's no leader.
Flamethrower is not the way to go on these things, it turns out. Can I still sing while I'm out? Or yell?
No commanding officers. Who's the highest officer?
For the pride of EDF!
Focus. Yes, sir.
Crap! They're getting closer!
He's
Whoa! Apparently the Hector moved its arm slightly and swung me across the map. Yeah, I can be revived. I just have to wait for them to get to me. I was standing right next to a Hector, so it actually did me a favor by knocking me that far away.
Save me!
Take your time, though. You don't actually have to come save me. No.
Remember EDF Pride!
I love how all the different voice lines are recorded by different voice actors. Thank you, Mega Man. Good looking out.
The enemy.
The enemy! I think most guns in this would have been a really good map for that high-powered sniper rifle, actually.
This is transport unit. We're ready to make the drop.
Like, it wasn't just giant bugs, there's also giant robots. Oh, can you not? Jesus. I tried to dodge it. Should have gotten back around the side of the building.
We're currently above
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack!
From vicious giant insects who have once again come back. We'll unleash all our forces. We won't cut them any slack.
Alright, we're gonna have to try this again with different weapons, I think. Change loadout before restarting here. Thanks, Mega Man. The EDF deploys. You're damn right it does.
Our forces have now dwindled and we pull back to regroup.
Perfect timing. Retreat. Okay, because I need to change guns here. Let's do
Choose
stuff that's
loadout.
good at a long
Rangers can equip
distance.
2 weapons. Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
And let's do that rocket launcher again. They must have strong structural integrity, right? Hectors are tough. They're kind of like the opposite of a lot of the giant bugs and how you're meant to deal with them, I think.
Deploying.
Here we go. Let's see if the one-shot sniper rifle actually does a decent amount of damage. 5-second reload time is pretty awful, but they must have balanced it, right?
Ranger 9 is requesting permission to retreat.
Well, he definitely responded to it. That was kind of cool.
Join you. Force the enemy back. Confirm the target. Commencing attack.
Enemies there! Where's the enemy?
The enemy's there, didn't you hear?
Looking for enemy.
Where's the enemy? Huh, I wonder. Any particular one you're looking for there, buddy?
Run standby for attack orders.
Bring it on!
Yeah, they really sell that hit from the sniper rifle.
Let me at him!
Let me see. Oh wow, that thing is super far. I didn't realize how far back I was. To get some closer, I'll use the rocket launcher instead. But I think this is doing okay damage right now.
The enemy is far away.
Use transport units. We're ready to drop vehicles when you say go.
Crap! I forgot the bullets!
Crap! I forgot the bullets. I'm not sure if these have any heat-seeking element or. Flinches when it fires, not when you actually hit. I thought the sniper rifle was a hit scan. Reduce the chance that they're gonna dodge me here. There we go. The yelling is great.
Generator output is normal.
It's horrible! Stand down!
The one that's closer to the front is the one that's a bigger danger at the moment. Oh, Jesus. It's hilarious that they react that quickly, right? When they move so slow the rest of the time. I'm helping. Slowly but surely. This is where damage numbers would help a lot, right? Nice. I think that the flinch amount is meant to kind of give you an idea of how much damage you're doing. At least I'll survive for a really long time and go try to res people after these things go down. So I can just hang out back here like indefinitely, right? Actually impressed you're able to zoom that much. Right, that it's not having to unload enemies when they're that far away from you. And like, loading the zoom is an instant swap. There's not like a pause.
From any alien attack, from vicious giant insects who have once again come back.
Oh god, this is about to be bad. Oh jeez. Run away! I tried. I think one of those shots knocked me into the one. He actually stopped attacking me for a second. I should have just let him be because he turned around to aggro me. Fast ones are tough. Take your time getting to me. There's a Hector really close and he's got a really nasty little move. Probably want to snipe him down from a great distance. Careful! No! Dark Souls panic roll! B button. I think. Thank you. Alright. Not dead. Try to get somewhere to hide so we can pick up Burner and Mega Man. This is a tough stage. Oh god! Ah, I'm trying to run! Are you shooting through the building? Dude! You can't know that I'm here. Got punted. That happened to me last map. Part of the tricky part of this map is that there's no pickups. Well, there are, but you know, you're not fighting dozens of ants. Alright, Robin, it's all you, no pressure. I wonder what a really good gun against these guys would be. I think the sniper rifle is pretty good, but the problem is the reload time is so long. That sounds like the... If you've seen the clip of the Mummy remake with Tom Cruise where they like posted a trailer with the wrong audio.
System malfunction.
None of these sound like oof. I love that they all have different entries as though those are the sounds they're making. Okay, that sounded like there was a Gus sound. Just yell and scream are separate submenus. Yeah. Pretty sure this is just normal. Ah. Good holdout, Ravenon. Alright, try one. We'll try different loadout one more time. Third time's a charm. Yeah, you survived for a minute.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Let's see. Missile launchers. This one was pretty good for me in the past, the Air Tortoise. And it has a fast reload.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
It still cracks me up that this menu is so slow. 2-second reload, 5 shots. That's probably better. Alright, but this does... Let's see. Let's do the math. It doesn't calculate the DPS, right? This is less damage, but it takes place over like 7 seconds. Oh god. Oh my god. Why is the D-pad... No! Hold on. There.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2
Enemies don't have
weapons.
defense, so they're correct. Okay, sorry, let me figure it out then. So this is guaranteed to do 500 damage every 5 seconds, with a longer range and a really long zoom. This one, 2 shots per second. So in 5 seconds, I will have done 130, 260 damage, 325 damage. And then I'll have to reload over 2 seconds. So this one I'd have to be shooting constantly, but it's more interactive for me to shoot constantly, so let's take the one that's more interactive. Oh my god, what is happening? Check invite messages? I gotta get out of that menu where the frame rate drops to like 100. It makes it really hard for me to do anything. I think I want to have one fast weapon and one slow weapon.
Ranger 9 is requesting permission to retreat.
I think, well, I'm not sure if you can pull this up during the load screen.
A new unit has joined you. Force the enemy back.
I think it should be cheer versus scream, maybe? Ouch. Let me try to get up on this bridge here. Oh god, there's one right here. Never mind.
Mission complete. Heading back now.
Thank you. What an explosion.
This is Wing Diver. I have arrived at target point.
Don't shoot my missiles out of the air, right? Oh god, they shot down my little bridge. Okay, the amount they flinch at that is pretty impressive. There's maybe some AoE on it too. Uh-oh.
Sharon tactical bomber will arrive momentarily.
The big purple laser ones are pretty dangerous. I feel like the ones that are really fast are the ones we gotta take out first, though. You can actually dodge the laser decently well. There's one behind me, isn't there? It's one of the faster ones. Can you not, dude? I'm gonna die. Be careful coming to me. There's a really dangerous, fast one right next to me. I'm around a corner that maybe is safe to get to.
Sharon tactical bomber will arrive momentarily.
I think as soon as I saw he was behind me, it was already too late. Thanks for this.
This is Tactical Bomber Sharon. Commencing air raid.
I gotta get somewhere where they're not all around me like they are right now. Try to go res Mega Man. Maybe. I feel like we just don't have the damage for the number of Hectors in this stage. Is this a kill all the Hectors, or is this a survive for a certain amount of time level? I wonder. God, they're everywhere. And I'm dead. Yep. Damn. We gotta come up with a different strat. This is a tough level. I think we gotta... let me think. We got to get somewhere we can get our back to an edge of the map. I think the thing that's getting us killed right now is getting surrounded by them. So maybe we can try to look for like wherever the invisible walls are and chill there for a bit.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
I think I get a healing item technically, right? Oh, but that's a limited amount of resource. Okay, maybe not. I wish I could use these because I have them available, but I have to be a higher level to be able to activate them, I think. Yeah, because I think that the Lysander is strictly better than the Stringer. Alright, back to full frame rate. I think the air tortoise is pretty effective. We just gotta get somewhere we're not getting attacked from behind all the time. Please go rescue them. This is the hardest mission in the game by far so far. I think we had another mission that was also with Hectors that we lost a bunch of times on. Is there a class that's particularly good against them? Giant robots. Yeah, we could probably go back to an easier level to grind for some armor. I'm trying to think what level would be the best. Probably one that's not in a cave. But maybe we'll give it 1 or 2 more tries to see if we can pull it off. It does seem like the Hectors take a lot of shots to kill. Like, I think the air tortoise for me is like 6 or 7 of those slow shots before they finally die. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Actually, let's go ahead and do that, because there's so many Hectors on that map, I just don't think it's going to happen. Try to find one that has a lot of enemies that are easy to get to. I mean, is there any reason we couldn't just do like the very first stage on hard? How do I change the difficulty? Is that something I do out of this room? On game settings, maybe? No.
Change room settings.
Difficulty, here we go.
At higher difficulties, better weapons can be gained.
Hardest, maybe? Although that menu is also huge. Like the frame rate goes down to like 2 on the difficulty select screen, right? Pretty incredible.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Don't go above hard. Okay, we'll turn it down here in a second.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Let's do room settings.
Select a difficulty.
Okay, that should be good. Does it still restrict your weapons in the same way when you change the difficulty, or does it give you access to higher level stuff? Yeah, I think they're making it so if you're playing in multiplayer, it looks like we can still use the higher stuff if we're playing on hard. That's good to know. So I think that means I've got the same assault rifle, but possibly a different
Choose loadout.
rocket
Rangers
launcher.
can equip 2 weapons.
Yeah, but I think it's meant so that if somebody joins you, that you can't just come in and one-shot the whole map and make it so the other people don't get to play. Probably a prank after so many years, but better safe than sorry.
Deploying.
So we'll try it on hard, and if we crush it, maybe we can try it one more time on the next difficulty and then try the Hector's level again. I wonder if it's just... So there's two ways we can level up, right? There's armor, and then there's weapons. Actually, killing enemies doesn't do anything. Picking up their drops does, right?
Storm team, come with me.
This is transporting E551.
Yes, sir!
It's a mistake, right?
It has to be.
Yes,
The giant insects were supposed to be exterminated 7 years ago.
Sharon's tactical bomber will arrive momentarily.
The citizens are being attacked.
I don't want
Fire!
you guys.
Save them!
Released. Have boys.
What's going on? Why are there giant insects?
Why are there giant insects? Oh, it has to be some kind of prank. We deploy the entire EDF. Here in sunny Omaha, Nebraska. Gotta increase morale here. Gotta yell EDF as much as possible. So the friendly fire gets more intense the higher level you're on, right? It's your hamburgers, Maya.
This is transport unit. We're ready to make the drop.
Ranger 1, report the situation.
We engaged with giant insects and defeated a number of them.
What did you say? That's impossible.
Hard seems pretty doable, at least on the first level. Maybe we could try harder after.
Clear! Where's the end? The train.
Let's go!
Yes, sir!
Still can win this battle.
Watch out.
We haven't seen giant insects in 7 years.
We haven't seen giant insects in 7 years. Why not? Now we're on a very difficult map with a ton of the Hector robots, so we gotta go back and grind to be able to beat it.
For 7 years.
This is the kind of day we live for.
Actually being able to yell to, like, increase morale.
Am I really okay?
Coming.
This is Bomber, advancing to the combat area.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Infantry, stay close to the armor.
Purple tank.
Ain't nobody getting past these babies.
You heard the man?
Okay.
Let me take care of the next one.
Where's the enemy? Got it.
Your classes all level up separately in this game, right? So I couldn't just switch to the class that's going to be good on the Hector's level.
After the last nest was taken out, where were these guys hiding all that time?
So, the extermination was a lie.
They were working underground. So were we living above them the whole time?
This is like my third or fourth time doing this map. I think I did it once in single player and then again in multiplayer. It's a separate progression. Armor pickups don't take effect until after the mission's over, right?
It's our victory!
I'm so grateful.
How did 5 change it? You just level them all up at the same time, or?
Giant insects again after 7 years. But soon they'll be an endangered species.
There's nothing to fear. Let's exterminate them.
Yes, sir!
Keep the giant creatures away from the tanks.
Oh god. Oh, you can still fire while they're eating you. I think on normal they die so quickly you never get to see the animation where they grab you. It's not the ants. Yeah, see, Omaha, Nebraska. Alright, this isn't great against ants. We share all the boxes for this stage though, right? As long as somebody picks them up. That's really what the wing diver can be pretty good at doing, is running around and finding all the loot for the stage.
This is an achievement.
Alright, let's see if that's enough. Get it, get it, get it. Nice. I think that counted. Oh wow. Holy crap. I got a ton of new weapons, most of which I don't think we'll be able to use in that level. So not being a high enough level yet. Alright, well with all those changes, maybe we can actually succeed in that mission now. I want to know why the menu frame rate is like 2 FPS when the game runs flawlessly. Level cap is 6 for this stage? I guess maybe the armor upgrade was enough? What do you think? We have to do an earlier mission to get weapons that are usable? Yeah, I am. I'm just asking whether we should keep trying normal somewhere else.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
We can do easy. We need to get past the stage. I'm guessing it's just this stage that's going to give us so much trouble.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
I'll do that real quick. Hold up.
Change room setting. Select a difficulty. The higher the difficulty, the better the
You're unlikely to
item
find
drops.
any worthwhile weapons. Okay, pop it back up to normal after. Like, difficulty in this game isn't like play the campaign on a difficulty, it's you're meant to go back and redo missions on higher difficulties to get better loot, right? It just determines what loot drops you get. Which I assume are already pretty bad with Hector's in the first place. "28 is the grinding stage? Okay.
Ranger 9 is requesting
Try to get up to that then.
We will not accept retreat. A new unit has joined you. Force the enemy back.
Alright, yeah, that's a difference. That's more like what I would expect to take to kill them.
Enemy
Give me
nearby.
time to think.
I'm ready for battle.
armor-plated vehicle green.
I guess you start this map surrounded by Hectors, don't you?
Transport complete.
Well, that's bad.
It's your turn, bro.
Let me at him.
Okay. I'm gonna try to focus on destroying Everything that's behind us, if possible. I think 3 might be enough.
This is Wing Diver. I have arrived at target point.
Yeah, destroy all the buildings and the bridges. Cool. Another one back here. .500 damage per shot. Oof. That would have been insta-death.
They're on the way!
These fast ones are way too fast.
Let's look for enemies.
It's your turn.
Hey, Plasma, I can't hold it back any longer. They're on the way!
I'm really curious how they get not only all the enemies, but all the buildings to be destructible as well. I'm guessing the buildings are, there's like nothing complicated about them, they're just like 4 textures for each of the sides basically. And there's a little flat animation that plays when you destroy them. The illusion works really well though.
I'm ready to go.
Weapons ready!
It's going much better than last time.
I don't have bullets. I've been shot.
You okay? The enemy!
I destroyed that bridge.
Which way is the enemy? I'll turn you into Swiss cheese.
Stop turning when you're about to get shot.
Coming this way!
Oh, here's the edge of the map. Perfect. This is probably where I'd want to take our stand if possible. Those missiles are still working their way to the guy. They travel about as fast as the Hector moves. There it goes. First try. Alright.
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack.
You're not shaking. That's not true. Why did you enlist? For justice.
For
I'll
justice.
do my best. If something happens, don't worry about me. Okay?
Justice what we're doing here? I mean, they're like giant alien bugs.
Making promises like, after this
To
fight is
save
over,
our
I'm getting
mother
married.
from
and
any
land you in a
alien
grave.
attack. From
Vicious giant insects who have once again come back.
We'll unleash all our forces. We won't cut them any slack.
The EDF deploys.
Nice. And 2 shots seems right when you have a 5-second cooldown. Oh. Womp womp.
This is Ranger 29. The commander was killed in action. We can't fight by ourselves.
What?
Earth Defense Force 4.1.
So is this the fourth one?
Yes.
I've never heard of Earth Defense Force.
Giant insects. Hey, all we had to do was accept that we were bad and downgrade the difficulty.
I've heard whenever people talk about giant insects, people are like, you know, at that weight, their legs wouldn't be able to hold them up, something. You know, have you heard this? So it doesn't really make sense for them to be giant.
They would collapse under their own weight, basically.
You know what? Maybe they have space legs.
Alright, I'm
Like
gonna
space
up
bones.
the difficulty back to normal, assuming it's not full of hectors again.
Change room settings. Select a difficulty.
Even campier than Starship Troopers.
Dude, Starship Troopers made me
Really? Well, I guess it's satire. This won't make you sad. This is very silly.
At the end is scared, and they're all like,
Choose loadout. Rangers
God.
can equip 2 weapons.
dicks? Poor little guy. That didn't make you sad?
I mean, it's supposed to, but I think you're supposed to be like... It's brutal commentary about humans. You're supposed to laugh at it. It's scared! Yay!
I
Right.
thought it was sad.
It's sad in the same way that Doctor Strangelove is sad. I think it's like the ha 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 ha, shoot me, this is actually how people behave in real life.
Love. I don't know. I don't really remember much from that movie. I just remember the guy at the end on the bomb, like, you know, figured that's like the scene, right, from that movie, or maybe there are more.
There's a lot of great scenes.
But like
in
that made me happy. Like, although it's interesting. So like I'm relating with the individual character, because like yes, him doing that has started the end of the world.
Yeah, I noticed that Andrea's laugh didn't make it through the RTX filter. She's trying to do like an over-the-top, goofy laugh, and RTX is like, that's not a sound a human makes.
Oh, so I just went silent?
Yeah, it just cut out.
Oh.
I think your talking is coming through okay, but I
Alright.
noticed that the...
But if I go, like they can't hear that.
I heard it.
I know you did. You think it was the high pitch?
I don't know. It's interesting. I'll have to have you record. RTX does a thing where you can submit clips and say like, this is being filtered out and it shouldn't be. That's interesting though. That's the first like major issue I think we've noticed with it. Signal processing is hard. I think the only reason the RTX voice is so magical is because it's aggressively trained on lots and lots and lots of data.
The songs.
Oh yeah. Robanon, help me out here if you would be so kind.
To save our Mother Earth from any alien attack. From vicious giant insects who have once again come back.
We'll unleash all our forces. We won't cut them any slack.
The EDF deploys.
Wonderful, right?
Just yeah. I mean, do they have like awards for best song in a video game? Because, you know, I feel bad for all the other video games that came out this year.
I was focusing on killing these bugs. I didn't see your response on your face to that. To watch the VOD later. There's another one.
Our soldiers are prepared for any alien
Ah,
threats.
it's melody. Right?
Wait. So passive aggressive.
Ships, the Air Force and jets.
And nothing can withstand our fixed bayonets.
The EDF deploys.
What do you feel about there being a separate option for yelling versus screaming?
I'm down with that. So yelling would be like to try to talk to people far away. Or like to be like... Or
Sure.
screaming happens when you're scared or surprised. Yes? No? I can see this.
She's correct. You're right. That's exactly correct, actually. Well, that sounds something like oof. I like Burner's helicopter.
Attack!
That's not what I had him say.
Let me go! Let me go!
Are your bullets even getting that far?
I think so.
It must be really fast. Like, shouldn't you have to arc it up? Like, you know, at that distance, gravity's gonna significantly.
I think this is that kind of game.
But space bullets with little wings. Got it. Oh, space bullets with wings. I'm on board.
You got it.
Nice.
You use your fixed bayonets. It's like, is that the word they came up with that rhymed? All right, so they're definitely doing the billboarding thing we were talking about here. Like those jumping spiders at this distance are flat 2D sprites.
Like Robinon, Mega Man, and Bird.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They can hear me. I couldn't get Discord to work, but they can hear you too.
Okay, cool. You guys, you kill those bugs. You kill them good.
Hey Ryan, regroup with group, but they still decided they need to get bayonet in there. They're spiders. Giant insects, they even call them.
They're just like a...
There are giant insects.
Okay, they're giant insects, and you have to fight those, and then when you're done fighting those, you have to fight the others.
You've missed out on the stages where they yell a lot about, like, giant insects. We thought the giant insects were gone. The last time we saw them was 7 years ago. The giant insects have returned.
Can you beat this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just beat all the giant insects in the different stages.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's a story. There's, you know, this is the Earth Defense Force. We defend the Earth from giant insects. Yeah, exactly.
You know, defense. It.
Defend?
Yeah. No. It's the word is defense.
It's hard to tell. I'm sure damage numbers would help a lot. I go to these other orb shield things. I think that's progress. This would have been a good stage for the air tortoise, I think.
You get to ride an air tortoise?
Oh my god, I just blue-balled you so hard. No, an air tortoise is just the name of a rocket launcher. You would be so happy if that was a thing.
This like saucer with these little legs coming out, you know, that like swim through the air, and like a little head, and it breathes fire, maybe.
I'm so
and you
sorry.
Like surf on it.
Sorry.
And like shoot people while you're standing on your giant space tortoise or air tortoise.
We really need because it's not blue balling someone. It's like we have an idiom for it that Andrew and I use from an incident that happened as like an inside joke between me and our friend Kat. But there's got to be an actual phrase that means that. What happened was we were grocery shopping, trying to find ice cream, and neither of us knew it, but we were both looking for the at the time new Ben & Jerry's flavor called Stephen Colbert's American Dream, and I'm looking in the ice cream section, and I just say it out loud, hoping that he will notice it. So I'm like, Stephen Colbert's American Dream, and he turns to me, he's like, where? And I was like, oh no, I'm sorry, I don't actually see it, dude. Like, I was hoping you saw it. So it was the same thing when I was like, air tortoise, and you're like, oh, you can fly in a tortoise? I'm like, no, it's actually no, I'm sorry. I don't know if the flamethrower was actually doing damage to it.
Is that a bad guy? Because it's not really doing anything.
It's generating this shield, I think. But I can't tell if this is working or not, since there's no other enemies here. Hey, it did work. What do you know? Close enough to be able to shoot this thing now? Maybe.
With the air tortoise?
I wish I had it to be perfect for this thing. If it's working, I don't see it landing on it at all. Alright, I'll keep going to the other... Oh, they took out the other bubble already. Okay. It just drops bugs. All right,
What is it
guys.
gonna do? Give them parachutes? Like, it's not that far off the ground.
This is Strategic Command Headquarters. Don't go out on your own. If you're caught
Pooping
alone,
bugs.
you're done.
It was like how you're supposed to use a flamethrower right here. All this healing.
Can you eat that like a crab leg?
That's a good question.
Just make a little suck out the meat.
Do you like lobster without butter?
No, God. Ew.
It's a conversation earlier.
Okay. Now, I'm not entirely sure if, like, a lobster roll... I mean, there's butter on the roll, or at least there has to be, or else it's not a lobster roll, it's just bullshit. And so, usually that's, you know, mixed with mayonnaise. So I guess I like lobster either with butter or mixed with mayonnaise.
Okay.
Or in mac and cheese. But it has to have something. It can't, like, you know, lobster on its own... Why would you do this?
Well, that was my point, was that, like, we were talking about can you eat the spiders in this? And it's like, I mean, yeah, it's just protein. I bet if you smother it in butter or sauce or deep fry it, it tastes fine.
I don't know what's wrong with lobster rolls. I love lobster rolls. Is there something I haven't thought about lobster rolls? Bring out the butter tanks and just like
just start spraying them like the flamethrower but with butter. Make them edible. I think this would solve
on the menu
forever.
Right?
You ever find that a weird line? It implies that the orcs like go to restaurants.
Oh, right, the use of the word menu. It's probably a translation thing.
They're speaking black tongue, and when we translate that to English, that's a close idiom to whatever phrase they used. Okay.
You don't like lobster with mayonnaise? I love lobster. I love mayonnaise. I mean, I don't think I've ever had a lobster salad thing where there was too much mayonnaise. Like, I could always still taste the lobster. The mayonnaise just kind of enhanced it.
New gun. Interesting. 60 shots per second? 60 shots per second seems comical. I think, again, it would just, like, melt in your hand.
No, fair enough, Walter. Yeah, our nephew once, he ordered a chicken sandwich at Wendy's and forgot to say no mayo. So we sit down to eat, and he's not eating it. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, I wish we lived in a mayo-free world. And I thought he said male-free world. I was very confused.
I love Jaden.
He don't like mayonnaise.
One day I'll get him to be comfortable with just saying, this has mayonnaise on it, I'm disappointed. Well, he's that branded teenager that'll mope for like 3 minutes, be like, hey, what's the problem? He's like, I just wish mayonnaise didn't exist. And it's like, so you're saying that they put mayonnaise on it and you didn't want that? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you're gonna help me out.
Well, yeah, because
give me some more dots.
You don't Well, you told me the story, I'm like, oh, okay, so he was disappointed that they put mayonnaise on his sandwich, and he wasn't expecting that, and you're like, oh, that's what he meant.
Totally, you can have it. Just what? Hell, they'll probably give it to you for free. But if they don't, like, here, have another $5. Get another fucking sandwich without mayonnaise.
Is that like a minigun, Scarf? Because this is a handheld assault rifle. Like this, I don't know if I can show it to you. You can kind of make it out. Wow, it goes to that Clipper magazine immediately.
Oh, you just did that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, it has homing. All right, you lucky bastard. Because you really just pointed it straight up.
to gun strap the plane to. Okay.
Mission complete. Heading back now.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So also, I'll pass it along to Jaden.
No, you'll carry this burden alone.
Cognitive burden. No, the game crashed. That's the first time that's happened. Bummer. I'll pull it up and reconnect, guys. I grew up for the longest time. I got everything plain.
Oh yeah,
all
I
the
hated
time.
cheese and I hated mayonnaise until I was like 22.
I used to do pizza with no cheese.
Yeah, I take the cheese off, and if there's pepperonis, I take the pepperonis off, take the cheese off, pepperonis back
This
on,
is the lobby.
and give my sister the
Here you
cheese.
can join rooms with other
She
players.
loves
Create
that.
room.
At least you weren't far into the map that time.
Oh, his favorite burger they don't have it anymore at Chili's. He would get it plain, but it had this like pepper spices that they put on it, and yeah, he would just do meat and that.
The gun puts out as much force as the engine, so it can't shoot for too long or it'll stall. Puts out more force than the engines. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, I got a room up.
Yeah, I guess if I had the choice, I would do a burger with cheese and lettuce and ketchup and mayonnaise. No mustard. I hate mustard still. Blech.
Mustard's awesome.
Blech. Blech.
I've been trying to train myself to do sauces more. I grew up, everything was plain all the time. I didn't even think about it.
What about spaghetti? Did you just eat the noodles?
Deploying.
Did you like take each noodle and take a napkin and like, take the stuff and then eat it?
I used to do just broth when I had soup. Like I would insist on no chicken, no noodles.
So they would
just
drain the soup?
My mom would strain it. She would strain the soup.
Eat it herself?
She would strain the soup. Well, she'd make soup for everybody. She'd strain some for me.
I see.
I'd mix crackers into it, to be fair. I'd make, like, broth sludge. Absolutely plain spaghetti as a kid. Actually, I didn't understand that, like, the definition of sandwich for most people includes some kind of spread, if not mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for 12 years, for lunch, every single day, I ate a pepperoni sandwich, and it was literally a hamburger bun with pepperonis on it. That's it. No sauce.
Did you tell them why you did that? I wasn't listening.
Because we were poor?
Oh, no. Okay, so Dylan once, someone was making fun of him for only eating pepperoni or eating so much pepperoni and saying that that was bad for him. And he was like, you know what? Fuck you. I bet I can lose weight only eating pepperoni.
Yeah, they were teasing me for my lunch diet.
Team has arrived.
And so he only ate pepperoni for like a week. Lost weight and it improved them. Wrong.
It's just calories in, calories out. It's not that exciting of a lesson. I think it technically is, but I think that a lot of people, if you gave them a dry sandwich with no spread, they would be very alarmed. Oh, bummer, it switched my guns out.
Of spread. Because that's the other thing, is if you put the spread on the sandwich and then the sandwich sits, it gets soggy. So that's why you have to give us the little packets of mayonnaise on the side.
When the game crashed, it didn't remember what my weapon loadout was, and I forgot to check it. So, flamethrower time. So all those civilians out here. Oh, no, those are other EDF people. Okay.
But yeah, to go back to Leon's point, green chili cheeseburgers are the shit. I usually just do it with the burger, the cheese, the green chili, and then I usually put some mayo on it. They make those at my cafeteria, and Velma's chili, it's kind of spicy. Like, I'm a wuss, but I've become less of a wuss because I eat her green chili so much.
You're doing great with hot sauce now. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, thank you, Velma. And her green chili, man.
I've made a conscious effort to be less picky. I still struggle with vegetables. I grew up really poor, so like fresh fruits and vegetables were not really an option. I never really developed any kind of taste for them. When we were doing Blue Apron, I liked like kale or whatever, but
Because
usually
the kale was soaked in butter.
soaked it in butter or some other kind of sauce. And it was good.
Yeah, that was actually a nice thing about Blue Apron is getting, some vegetable varieties.
Yeah. I think a lot of it probably comes from how it gets cooked. I can't do lettuce at all, though. Like, I have to get my Taco Bell tacos with no lettuce.
cold and crunchy, and you don't like it.
Well, it's cold, crunchy, and wet.
You don't like it.
Yeah.
They can still fly.
Just like the veggie server from the mix. I like pickles a lot.
Reducing output. Back up. Roger.
My least favorite was, remember, every once in a while, Blue Apron would be like, shit, we have to add something else. Put up some radishes, get some vinegar on it. Hey, just eat the radishes. And I'm like,
is that really?
Wasn't the biggest fan.
You hated capers.
Oh, I hate capers. Hate it. I still do. Capers are disgusting. They're just terrible. I can't even think of an analogy.
Pickles a bit worse.
I think that's insulting to the pickle. And I don't like pickles. They're just like the worst thing in the world. Oh, lox sandwich, I don't like those. The idea of, you know, fish with cream cheese, which apparently, fun fact, I think maybe it's all Europe, but in Italy, mixing fish and cheese is a huge no-no. Big no-no. And I know that because there was a postdoc when I worked at Stanford, and he was Italian. So,
sorry.
And then, anyway, one of the other grad students used to bring a tuna melt for lunch, and it just, like, personally offended Luigi. That was really funny.
I'm gonna die soon.
Now that's cool. You know what? You like lox? You like cream cheese? You do you, man. I do. I like all of those ingredients except for capers separately.
Wait, I've never had. What is lox? I know
it's like raw salmon. It's like a slab of salmon.
And
I don't think it's cooked. Is it cooked?
I have no idea.
Oh, usually what you do is you get a bagel and then you put some cream cheese on it and then you put
smoked
some salmon on it. They have it at smoked salmon.
Well, I know the joke from Robin Hood Men in Tights. That he's Robin of Locksley and she's Maid Marian of Bagel, so it's Locksley and Bagel.
Yeah, so you put some cream cheese, put some of that smoked salmon, and then you usually put capers on it. They have it at Ruby K's if you ever want to try it. I don't think he'd like it though. He doesn't like fish. Unless it's sushi.
I like sushi.
And by sushi, he doesn't do like sashimi or what is it, nigiri. He does the deep fried roll with lots of sauce.
Oh, I don't like the fried rolls. I actually dislike.
I lied. He does the rolls with the like spicy tuna, which is mixed with something, right? Anyway, spicy tuna.
I'd be down to try it.
Lots of sauce.
I like cream cheese. Andrea does not.
What? Cream cheese on bagels?
I don't like it on sushi.
Oh God, no! Do not put. Okay, so I think I'm seeing a pattern here. I don't like cream cheese and fish. No, I'm gonna go with Luigi on this one. That's a no.
Yeah, that'd be funny. It affects when you're dead. You sing the minor key. You're just bummed. So
like in Team America when there's the bummer version.
America, fuck yeah.
Coming again, save the motherfucking day.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
I think that's the funniest thing in that whole movie.
I just like the remix. If you promise me you'll never die, I'll have sex with you right now. It's like, I will never die.
You get that healing before. No, it's right there. It's right there.
Wilson. Actually,
I wish I had my weapon that I selected.
I went to see that movie on a date. It was a good date.
Nice. The tank is gonna resurrect me. Oh, you get out of the tank. Okay, thank you.
I like that tank. That tank looks like my hard hat. With all the little stickers.
Explosion will throw me into one. Oh, there's one! Get it! Hurry!
Go, go, go! Yeah. Nice roll! Look at that. Clutch.
Unnecessarily Dark Souls panic roll. Here we go. There it is. The thing with Rangers, when they pick up healing, it's shared with nearby people. Is that right? Oh, what's with the... Oh my god! Holy shit! That's pretty cool, actually.
What?
The giant circle of lasers above me. I just looked at the mini-map.
Oh, yeah. See it now.
Do you see the thing I'm actually looking at?
Oh, no, I see the map. Oh, maybe. I guess that's kind of cool.
See this big orb, and all of these are all individual things that are shooting lasers at us?
It's kind of neat. I know, I'm jaded.
You are jaded. I don't think they're close enough for me to shoot them. Oh, I wish it had let me keep my gun.
So they have an explanation for why you come back after you die, or...
Oh, the burner picked me up.
Keep burner? Where'd you go?
Trying to not set him on fire and failing.
But yeah, is it like a, I can do this, is it Battlestar? Where the robots have copies of themselves, so when you kill the robot, it comes back?
No, it just comes and picks you up. I wasn't dead, I was knocked out.
Oh, you fainted. It's one of those games.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Did someone blow up the laser or something? You doing Next Generation tomorrow?
In case anyone is interested, last Saturday I started watching Star Trek TNG, The Next Generation. It's the one with Patrick Stewart as Picard. And I've never seen it before, and I don't really know anything about it. Except I do know that some people really love it, which made me scared, because this is like a Andrea Mystery Science Theater 3000 Star Trek edition. Where the first
it's not
season,
you're not like explicitly watching it to make fun of it.
and I just, oh my god, I've watched, do you guys watch Red Letter Media? I've been watching a shit ton of them lately. They're really funny. But yeah, their episodes on Picard are really funny. But yeah, anyway, I watch it, we watch it through Discord, and you get to watch with me and enjoy my colorful commentary.
Hopefully, Twitch watch parties will progress to a point where you can just
we were
do it on
inspired
Twitch.
by Twitch watch parties, so yeah. But they're only in beta, so they've still got some shit to learn, and I think they'll learn it, and give it a year or two, and probably make that work.
Can you stop, dude?
But yeah, so we watched the first 2 episodes. So there was the one episode with Q, which, if I recall,
He's still alive. He's fine.
yeah, grass was soft.
Coming, burner.
I mean, just based on, like, I don't know, man. Does what's his name? Oh, are we talking about the movies? We're totally talking about the movies, right?
Shatner or Chris Pine?
Wait, or Picard.
Or Picard.
Okay, well, Chris Pine, hands down.
Really? Over Picard?
Correct.
I don't know if we can say married to each other for that. It's
hands down. I've had a huge crush on him ever since Princess Diaries 2. Me and Hannah used to watch that movie and just like pine after Chris Pine. But yeah, if it was between Shatner and Patrick Stewart, I'd go with Patrick Stewart. But the thing is, I don't know, he's very stoic.
At least Picard was willing to admit he was bald. You take that back.
But yeah, the costumes that they put Shatner in were not very flattering. Remember those shirts? Like, you could tell he was kind of doughy. You know what I mean?
They're trying to tear his shirt on purpose, you mean?
No, like, just the shirt itself was kind of like a muscle shirt, but he didn't have any muscles.
I think it's like Randy Quaid. I gotta Randy Quaid that thing whenever it opens.
Yeah, anyway, so yes, I've seen the Star Trek where I liked the first movie. The second one kind of pissed me off, although I did like Benedict Cumberbatch. And I had never seen the Khan movie, so it was all kind of new to me. Anyway, come and check it out. Same stream time, same stream place.
Well, no, different stream place. Not the same stream.
I'm sorry, right, we'll put the link in Discord. There's a channel that's Andrea Watch Party. Just go in there.
Yeah, we did Encounter at Farpoint and the one with the Naked Now.
Right, the one where they all get drunk and have, like, non-consensual sex. Because they're drunk. We had an interesting conversation about that. But yeah, the first one I didn't understand because like the Q people were like these really old and like douchey, stuck-up people, and they were like, "Hey, we don't want to be your friends." And Picard was like, "You don't want to be our friends?" And then they start shooting at him, and then they get pissed off and like try to kill them. And they're like, "You're trying to kill us!" And it's like, dude, they told you to fuck off.
Hey, it's just that one little spider remaining. Nicely done.
I would like to.
I was useless that team because my weapons were bad.
Yeah, it's at 1 p.m. Pacific. Yes, please, no spoilers.
Benedict! Oh my god! He sat on the keyboard again.
But
this is the one that he turned the
that-
power off the other day.
I will. We put the subtitles on, so if you've never seen it before, this is probably not the venue to watch it.
Appreciate it, Mega Man.
I yap a lot.
Oh, and he muted it too. Hold on.
Wow, that's impressive, Ben.
He sat on the calculator and the mute button on the keyboard.
My little girl.
Some people's cats.
Little girl.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
It's the new assault
People
rifle.
who were there last week enjoyed it. Seemed like we all had a good time.
Okay, so 2 more missions. We unlock the grinding level. Seems like. %100% intentional.
Ooh, Burner has a healing vehicle.
Nice, that'll be helpful.
Is it pink like that other tank with like little hearts and stars on it? I really like that tank. It was an interesting experience.
Deploying.
I'll be excited to see more Star Trek.
And but yeah, you do have to listen to me
You
gab
can't do it on the
like
screen.
an hour, which I can understand is convenient.
Oh, but it doesn't actually play the sound when you're on the loading screen. That's sad.
Oh.
Exterminate the giant spider
Ambitious giant insects who have once again come back.
Oh, this is a burst fire gun. This isn't the one I thought it was going to be. Alright. That's okay.
We've confirmed the drop coordinates. Dropping now.
Looks like it's decent, though.
We've arrived above objective point. Dropping now.
The right amount of irreverence. I'll try not to cross that one. Yeah, what was? Oh yeah, Dylan's watching me, so and I've been really bad about it. But we have one episode of playing Final Fantasy VII blind, mostly blind. I know the big spoiler because I haven't been living under a rock. Anyway, Dylan likes watching me, and it's like when I played Final Fantasy X. He really liked watching me because he'd be like, interested in what I pick up on because he, in hindsight, could pick up on other things. He's like, "Oh, did you see that?" I'm like, "I don't know what the fuck."
I wonder if people who watch a Twitch streamer have any idea what you're talking about. Seems like a really weird phenomenon. Hard to describe.
Basically, your like channel motto.
Try to take out this. This is like a significantly better version of the air tortoise.
Oh, air tortoise.
Coming, Mega Man. Trying. Hold on. Shit's not looking good.
How many rifles do you get? 30? One of my absolute favorite things in a video game
Got you.
was in Mass Effect, where they were like, we had just a block of metal, and it scrapes a piece off, and then we shoot it. So you never have to reload because it scrapes a little bit off, right? Was that
Just a little, that is Mass Effect.
It was amazing. I thought that was so clever, and then I didn't have to keep finding bullets or reloading.
And then Mass Effect 2 added ammo. because EA. Mass Effect continues to be my favorite sci-fi setting.
I just like the L core.
It has some of the optimism of Star Trek, but it's a little bit more realistic. And they definitely thought about the sci-fi elements. This thing has a shitload of health.
You haven't heard Hamlet until you've heard it through the voice of the L core.
Cope what to you, Porter? Lead him to you?
It's like, what,
Finally.
stoically, to be or not to be, that is the question.
Oh, I can ride in the vehicle? Interesting. Try it on the next map. That's all stuff we already had. Hey, this is the grinding stage.
Wait, no. Yeah, what does everyone think of Mel Gibson's? That was Hamlet, right? Not Macbeth.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
I don't know.
Anyway, I'm just curious. I've seen it once. It has Tim Burton's chick. I think is Ophelia.
I think this is better than the one that's faster. Through on burst.
Deploying.
But I think it was a little more like tailored for a wider audience.
Ranger 31.
Yeah, it was Hamlet. Okay. It's funny, like in Clueless, you know, she's getting around.
This is a cool stage.
Branagh, he is like a Shakespeare god. Is that the one that had Julia Stiles as Ophelia, Kenneth Branagh's?
Look at all these ants.
That's a lot.
The game's doing this without dropping frame rate.
Jeez. Do you stab wildly into the curtain without verifying who's behind it? Or do you pull aside the curtain and don't do something stupid?
I see why this is the grinding mission.
That is a question. Yeah, I took a class in college called Shakespeare on Film, which was such a popular class.
Good for the flamethrower, hopes.
You had to wake up at 7 in the morning and get in line to sign up for the class because there were only 30 spots. She did. And yeah, anyway, we would take Shakespeare and we would watch movies. And then we would analyze how the movie, you know, portrayed things and made choices.
This is the coolest set piece for a level in the game so far. I really like walking with the big open field and you see all these ants. Pretty awesome.
But yeah, if you're a fan of Shakespeare, I highly, highly, highly recommend Ian McKellen's Richard III. Cannot recommend it more strongly. It's amazing. It might be my favorite Shakespeare movie. It's good, right? You saw it?
Yeah, I like Jump Jump.
I'm sorry, you're just...
Yeah, I'm distracted. Is it just the ants? Because that would make it even better for grinding. I guess the problem is you gotta pick everything up.
The things you're trying to pick up, like medicine.
Well, some of it's healing, but most of it's upgrades. So this increases your health between levels, the red boxes. The green boxes are loot chests for weapons.
Why did you get married? There's no reason.
I wanted to bang. It's because you wanted to bang.
There's no reason.
Just kind of happened, you know. I woke up one day.
These are all, you can tell that they're billboarded, right? Like, right now all of these things are 2D, and they're going to become 3D when they get close to me.
It's clever.
So it's how they get away with having so many of them on the screen. Like, that one's 3D now.
Right.
It's like that stage in Kingdom Hearts 2 with all the dozens of, or millions of Heartless.
Yeah. Do you think they did that too in Skyward Sword? Remember when you're running down the thing? And there's all those little, you know, Heartless, and you have to kill them all, you know what I'm talking about, at the end?
Yeah, I know what you
You
mean.
think they did the same thing?
Probably, yeah.
Yes, sir!
Took down the enemy.
So is there a way, like, is there a meta to farming this level where you're like trying to avoid killing the last enemy so you can pick up all the loot?
This area is ours.
Loading now.
Wish I had the flamethrower.
I'll be your friend. Kill the enemy.
Trying to loot all the stuff I can. Yeah, it's like there's more.
Suddenly there's a tank.
There's more loot in this stage than there has been in like every other stage up to this point combined, almost.
Wait, I'm sorry, you answered this already, but I wasn't paying attention. What is the loot? Is it money? Is it bullets? Is it medicine? Is it high fives?
Some of it is healing.
Yep.
The red boxes are permanent max health increases.
Like a heart.
Sure. The green boxes are loot. They're weapons. Randomized loot.
I won't be taken down easily.
Is there like a weapon that everyone wants in this game that's like really rare drop?
Those are the different classes, yeah.
Signs of the enemy. This armor holds up against giant insects.
This is Whale. We'll soon advance to combat area.
Keep fighting, no matter what happens to me. That's good to say.
Let me get on this thing with burner. Whoa, that's kind of cool. So it's like
A
troop transport, basically.
So a truck? Tank.
APC.
For livelihood.
Yeah, that's really cool looking. Seeing them come down the hill like that. Whoa, look at them flying. That's awesome.
Leave it to me.
Do we know why they're attacking? Are they just being assholes?
They're big, scary, giant insects.
So they're just being assholes. What?
Imagine if all the spiders in our house were suddenly that big. Would you be like, that's
Easier to find them?
It's true. My stream office is in the corner of our house that is apparently spider infested. I don't know where they keep coming from, but basically every day one runs along that wall. House would be very cramped.
You heard the mouse lately?
Yep, heard it this morning.
Yeah, we have a mouse in our vents. We're pretty convinced that it, as far as we know, it hasn't like breached the vet. Is that?
Well, the prior owners added some mesh to make it more difficult for it to get out, so.
But we also hypothesize that if it does ever get out, that Ben and Marty are gonna scare the shit out of it.
I mean,
I'm gonna kill it, but I think they'll
I
scare.
hope so. I'm terrified of mice. If I see that.
Are you afraid of like the bubonic plague? Which
No.
it wasn't because they bit you, right? It was the fleas.
No, I'm not scared of plague or anything.
Isn't that? Is that not right? Did I?
I grew up poor in a house that was not very clean, and so bugs and roaches and mice scare the fucking shit out of me. If I see that mouse, if it's not just me hearing it, no, I'm gonna. That's just it. I'm gonna check out. That's the end.
You're just
I'm just gonna go to the
get in the
canyon and I'm just
car.
gonna jump. Yeah.
Doesn't that seem a little over dramatic?
I think that's a perfectly rational response to seeing a mouse.
It's more scared of you than you are of it.
Magazine.
It hasn't made it into the pantry yet. I have memories from growing up of going to get like cereal and seeing that the corner of the box had been gnawed in and that there's little like mouse turds. Oh no. Nope. Jumping off a cliff.
The enemy is big. Magazine. Yes, sir.
Well, make sure you don't jump feet first.
I'm coming, Mega Man.
Unless you're part of a Swedish cult and there's someone nearby with a giant hammer. I recently watched Midsummer. Interesting movie.
Coming. Coming. I'm coming. I got you. Hooray!
Good job. Wait,
Ooh, achievement unlocked for rezzing.
nice.
Looking for the loot. Leave that one.
The enemy.
Computer, stop shooting him. I think we might have all the loot, actually.
So do they have, like, sniper weapons? Or are they mostly, like, assault rifles?
Where's a sniper rifle, yeah.
Least favorite. I'm not a sniper. Give me a shotgun. I'm gonna just run in there. Don't need to really aim. Just point it towards you and shoot and you die.
Oh, I cut off my EDF chant. Whoa, look at that loot.
Yeah, that's some sexy loot.
It's pretty great. This is how you get all the stuff, apparently.
Kill the ants.
You do that map.
Choose loadout. Rangers can equip 2 weapons.
Really want to get a better shotgun. Slight decrease in accuracy. 0.7 per second. That's pretty slow. Grenades.
Oh, it was Ben and Marty's birthday the other day. They're 9. We gave them extra dinner. And now they're expecting extra dinner every other night. Because they don't understand what a birthday is. Because they're just stupid cats. Who don't give a fuck.
Choose loadout.
And they got no
Rangers
fucking
can
bills to
equip
pay.
2 weapons.
Yeah, we got them when they were 2.
What's that?
But we got Ben and Marty when they were 2? 3?
They're 9 now.
No, but when we got them.
Yeah, they would have been 2.
So we've had them for the majority of our relationship.
They're sitting over here.
Little guys.
Angry, starving kitties. Actually, I could probably set up... They sit there so consistently now I could probably set up a cat cam that people can proc again. Try to point it at them in some way, or mount it from the ceiling. I turned off the ability for people to proc cat cam because I didn't sit in a preset spot.
No, that's not true. Their best lives would be full of much more food. I know, Marty.
They can't hear him.
Oh, you can't hear Marty? He goes... That too high pitch.
I'll turn off the thing for a sec.
They
They think it's cheating. Yeah. Now they're running and not meowing anymore. It's not cute.
Grindbusters have made impact.
Hey, Ben. Hey, little guy. Who's my little guy? Ben. Ben is my little guy. He's soft and furry, and he's very good at being a kitty. And he's also a bastard.
Yeah, so he's not a good kitty. He's good at being a kitty.
He's good at being a kitty, exactly. Yeah, he wakes Dylan up. I usually sleep through it at like 3 or 4 in the morning. He just starts knocking stuff off of the bathroom sink and then like jumping up and pawing Dylan in the face because he's hungry.
It's our turn, gentlemen. Yes, sir.
Oh no!
Wow. I got one shot.
I guess parents can't get married, can they? Bad kid.
Thank you.
But every night Ben comes up to snuggle and we're going to bed and it just warms my heart and I forgive him for all of his shittiness. Something something, chemicals in their poop something.
Toxoplasmosis.
Yeah.
Keep moving.
This is Fencer 1. We're attacking the transport ships.
Omaha, Nebraska.
We have fencers attacking the transport ships. Support them.
Why would attack Omaha, Nebraska?
No, Andrea, look at the signs.
Oh, you're in Japan?
Yeah. Remember the Futurama episode? The anime one? Shows the pagoda and it says Omaha, Nebraska on the screen.
Oh, yeah. You and I are enemies.
There's a lot of good lines in that episode.
The things I've heard now contains everything.
That's my favorite, I think. Zoidberg, a diplomat? The list of things I've heard now contains everything. For Zoidberg as a medical crab.
Destroyed.
There's a Dragon Ball Z joke in that episode. Zoidberg does the peace dance, and Bender's like, the dance is so complex, the eye can barely follow it. He's just standing still.
Let's wipe out the last transports.
Loading!
Have you guys seen the? I'm sure you have.
Thanks, Burner. I'm on my way.
The anime episode of Strong Bad. Remember that? Got it.
Yeah. Well, there's several. Stinko Man.
Yeah, just some.
There's several sequels to it, and there's the video game, the Mega Man game, Stinko Man 20XT6. Actually, super solid.
I stopped watching Strong Bad because like the only game I remember is the Trogdor game.
Did you play Peasant's Quest? Peasant's Quest is the shit.
Just play the Trogdor game.
Peasant's Quest is like a
My life.
Adventure game.
We'd say that all the time. We're like, don't need this anymore. Don't need this anymore for being old.
I did. You have to just stay in it for a second, Burner? Oh, while you're in there, it heals you. I see.
Small when it's closed and ridiculously huge when it's open.
I popped in and then I popped out. Thank you. Should do a Homestar Runner watch-a-thon. Could probably just stream that directly. I don't think that they care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allie's sister. It's like, oh, is it Ellie? That wasn't even literate.
Oh yeah, no, I say there is two of them all the time on stream. I was like, what?
Yeah, being old and having a common cultural touchstone.
Robots. I also do robots because of Zoidberg says that. The robot. Oh my god, I can't see to shoot this thing.
Freeze.
Okay, there we go. Friendly robots. Okay, now I can see at least.
There's a giant creature incoming.
What? What about the defense line?
A giant creature? Which one? Bigger creature than these?
Coming here now? Great.
Great. I would love to sit and watch through all of Homestar Runner again. It's not that many hours of content, I don't think.
Attention all units. Danger. Danger. A new species of giant creature is headed your way.
New species?
Teen Girl Squad's pretty solid.
Just take out that
I own
transport.
several
If it's on their
Homestar
side,
Runner
shoot it.
t-shirts.
It's us or them. Simple as that.
Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my god.
The fuck is that?
Listen, we're giant killers. This is what we do.
Oh my god.
Prepare to attack.
Okay, that's great. I'm a
You
fan.
want to let that thing run around loose? Then let's put him down.
Has this been in the other games? Big Godzilla monsters like this?
If we don't stop it here and now, more towns will pay the price. Soldiers, bring down that giant.
Yeah, right. Same. I don't think about that. That would be easy to do on Twitch, and I don't think that they would have any issue with it, so... It's already viewable on the web for free, right? It'd be more surprising if Godzilla never showed up, exactly. How different he looks from all the bugs and the robots. It's like, and then it's Godzilla. Because of course it is. You seen that, the SNL skit with Chris Farley and the Japanese game show? Mike Myers is the... It's pretty funny. It's like, they're doing this game show and someone gets a question wrong and they bring out like a knife and a plate and the person, the Japanese contestant just takes the knife and cuts their hand. As far as he's like, oh my god!
Was he a guest judge or something?
No, he's a contestant. He's like a tourist. They bring him on this game show.
In theory, I was on a Japanese TV game show.
You were.
I assume it got aired and they didn't cut me. They might have cut me. They might have been like, you know, this bitch is just too bad. There's no way people are going to be able to figure out the kanji she was trying to draw.
I like the purple blood. Kitty's gonna have a little pepperoni.
Well,
Ben's on a smart cat though. Is he getting it now?
No, Marty will get it.
Why is this game rated M? This game's like cutesy.
There's no blood or...
I mean, there's that purple blood, but... It's so over the top. There's this horror movie that I was telling Andrea she might not want to watch because it might be too intense for her. And she's like, oh, I've seen violence before. I've seen Kill Bill. I'm like, Kill Bill is a cartoon. Like,
and tell me how freaked out I was by the violence in that movie.
You weren't, but that's because there's something wrong with you. That doesn't...
It was Bone Tomahawk, by the way.
It doesn't rule out the argument I was making.
But there is one scene that's pretty graphic.
Give me all the data we have.
We haven't got much yet. There's no other species like it in the record books. Intel first spotted it when they picked up new seismic readings out in the Pacific. When we saw it moving toward land, we built a defense line on the coast, but it broke straight through like it didn't even notice. From there, it went right for the city. So far, it looks like its hide is natural armor.
Glad I didn't have the flamethrower on this level.
That can't be true.
That can't be true.
It over and over, but no matter what we do, it just doesn't make a scratch.
That can't be true. We're gonna finish this map before we call it, of course. Conceivable.
The thing I've heard.
I get so much Wallace Shawn in my life because of Andrea watching Clueless like once a weekend.
You're welcome.
He's got some good lines in that movie. Can the suicide attempts be postponed to the next period?
I tried everything to convince him of my scholastic aptitude, but I was brutally
rebuffed. I tell you, Clueless is in a very similar category of film to Bill and Ted for me. Like, ditzy characters with, like, comical writer vocabulary. So are Bill and Ted. They're just ditzy. Yeah, they are. They come up with the brilliant plan to save their victims.
98 geometry?
Absolutely, they're just bad at history. Alright, don't make them bad at anything else.
Another Clueless.
Wallace Shawn's in King's Quest? Oh, that's cool. Getting stomped on by Godzilla is 30% of my health. Yeah. Getting hit by a giant purple laser is instant death.
Don't apply themselves? Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they have. You've never made it to the end of Bill and Ted, which I should divorce you over. Like one of my favorite movies. Because it's Godzilla. It can't just die.
Ooh, big jump.
I assume he's got a weak point somewhere, right?
Use the force, Dylan. Just close your eyes and shoot.
I assume the level's gonna reveal whatever it is. This is fine. I dodged.
Can you kill it with love? Just give it a hug? Maybe it just wants a hug.
There you go.
Yeah, I bet it's really lonely being a giant kaiju. Kaiju? No one to talk to. Have someone
Trying to suit it in
understand
its
your
blue crystal chest plate.
kaiju. Thank you. I was close.
She's pretending to not know what they are, even though she works at a lab that grows them.
Whoa! Yeah, I mean that's what
That was
tanks in Mexico or giant tanks of water are doing.
cool. Yeah, they're full of baby kaiju. Is Paul Bunyan a kaiju? Man.
Walking away like nothing happened. I still don't believe it.
I'm gonna go with no, but I think the
Thing as an
ox yes.
unkillable monster.
That's interesting. So what makes Paul Bunyan not a kaiju? Yeah, that is an amazing question.
Humans can't be kaijus, they have to be animals.
Is he a human though? He's human shaped. Doesn't make him a human.
Fine, he's humanoid. Humanoids can't be kaiju. I'm just saying. I mean, but the bull.
That was a really cool boss fight. Time. All right, thanks guys. Thanks for playing. That was a ton of fun. We made a lot of progress, and we've got a grinding level for next episode. Which you guys know it's
He is
coming up
definitely a
here.
kaiju.
This is the
Hands
lobby.
down.
Here you can join rooms with other players. You can also create
That's
your own
that's
rooms
up
and
there
have
with
others
like
spread.
is a Pop-Tart a calzone?
Or does an electron cast a shadow? That's like the go-to physics people.
In the song "When I Dip, You Dip, We Dip," how many dips have occurred?
One.
You're wrong.